Hello, hello, hello. Let's see who's here. I'm here. I'm Miss C. This is Miss C's cottage, the home of the Sun Bunny. And I make and give Sun Bunnies to people who need to know that Sun Bunny loves them. There's so many hurting people out there in the world that have no hope and do not know how precious they are. And so that's why I do what I do. And if any time you would like to join me in my journey, you just send a Gmail to Miss C's Cottage at gmail.com and I will give you the Sun Bunny pattern at no cost to you. It's free because love is free. And you can make Sun Bunnies and give them to people around your house or your neighborhood or your job or your family so that they will know that somebody loves them. And on Sunday, we're making a somebody. It's a monkey. He's coming out so cute. But I want to show you something else. I'm going to start out by saying hello to everybody in the chat. And then I want to share with you something that Nisi shared with me, which I'm also really excited about. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit everything in the time I have. But, if it's meant to be, God will make a way. So that's what I hold on to. And there is my Sam, whom I love very much. She just put out a video. Oh, probably this is her nighttime, so she probably put it out yesterday, where she says, I'm going to give you an update on my hook and needles. And the update was not on her work, it was on her life, which I found really, well, I found interesting because I love her so much. I found that interesting in two ways. One, she was going to give us an update on her hook and needle project, and mostly what we got was her life. But her life is so exciting. It's so different because she lives in Australia. I don't know how she does it upside down like that. And there's Jacqueline Marley from Ireland, Northern Ireland. And I love her too. And there's my sister Eileen, whom I love very much. And there's Sally Stevens, whom I love very much. Dealing with internet issues. I think this summer, probably starting now as it looks out, but on in through the summer, we are going to have problems with our internet because they're doing lots of work on giving us protection out there. And whenever you put electricity out there, it has to mess up something. So I think it's just going to be our norm for a while to lose reception and not know why, because we're not meant to know why, because whatever they are doing, it's for our safety. So I guess we just muddle through. And there is Samantha Stewart, my beloved. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing today? And Regina Provenzano, I talked to her yesterday, and she had a concern, and we talked it out, and everything is good. Kim this morning wore a shirt that says, I'm fine, it's fine, everything is fine. So, and that is from the movie Inside Out or something. I have no clue. But she put it on a shirt and she printed it on the inside of the shirt. So the inside is out, and printed that on there because today was Inside Out Day at her school or something. I didn't know anything about it, but it's okay. So we're good. And there's Bonnie. Bonnie, my beloved. Oh, I love that girl. And Barbara Wriggles, be right back. And there's my baby boomer. Top of the morning to you, and no, top of the morning to me, and the rest of the day to you. I think that's the way it goes. And the Scraptastic Crocheter is here. Hello. All is well. All is well. And Heidi is here. I love you too, Heidi, so much. And there's my cousin Dee. And Yarn Inspired. You get me through a lot of hard places. I will tell you that right now, my love. Oh, have you seen the new video that Victoria Beata just put out? It's about loneliness, I think. It's about loneliness and how to deal with it. And it's very, very well. Everything that she does is well done. And she uses little forest creatures. It's just, you need to go over and see Victoria Beata, Beate. Marlena's here. And Izzy and Breezy and Kitty. Don't forget your thumbs. And there's my favorite P, Pebbles Pico. Cotton blanket. It's in the 80s in North Carolina. And Barbara Clark, welcome, welcome in, Barbara. All right. I'm good, Samantha. Thank you for asking. I'm good today. A bit damp still, but that's okay. I lost track of time this morning. And there's my sugar. Hello, sweetheart. So glad to see you here. And Kayla, back home safely from Maryland, Anderson, and I'm doing well. Thank you for all your prayers. I missed you and Miss C. Well, we missed you too. And I wasn't here Wednesday. You know, life is what happens when you're making plans. So, but I'm here today, and that's good. And Pebbles says, snuggly blanket, somebody hugs. And Bonnie says, Sanitha, if you're here, I made a dog out of the brown I got. Super cute. I'm going to post. Okay, well, since we're talking about super cute things, I want to show you something. I got a post, a notification to make a bunny hat, a bunny band on a hat. And I think it is the most cutest things. And look at this. These little bunny bottoms are independent. And so they stick out. And I guess you could put a tail on them. But aren't they so cute? Mac! Working on your entry for Hooker versus Hooker. Oh, that's exciting. Isn't it cute? And you can do it. She just started out with, I think she went to 44 because this is done in a multiple of 4. So you could do any multiple of 4 for your crown and make it as big as you want. And mine came out smaller than hers, which is okay, because I make them all sizes. And Stitch in the Spectrum. Hello, my love, Sarah. Haven't seen you for a while. I'm so glad you're here. Say hello to Francis for me. Well, I'm glad I could bring you some sunshine today, because today is a day that the Lord has made for us. We need to be joyful and be glad in it. And there's Gwen and Marsha Lee and Gracie Canales. Hello, 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 love. I got a phone call from Nisi over at Crochet. You guys know Nisi. Brain fart. Nisi found out from a coworker that there is a children's shelter in Missoula near her in Montana. And she's so excited. And she said, Missy, you said you'd help me make a giraffe, right? And I said I would help you make a giraffe. And she said, I think you did. And I said, okay, then I will. We need to finish our monkey. And then on Sundays, the next project we'll do is a giraffe. Why do you need a giraffe? And she said, well, there's Ellie. Hello, Ellie. Yeah, everybody loves Nisi. She's just awesome. She is going to start making things for this children's shelter. She contacted them and said she does fiber arts and would they be interested in what she could give them, what did they need, and she got all this information. You have to go over to her channel. And she's just bubbling inside with excitement because, like me and my bunnies, it's something that I love to do and I got an outlet for it. And so now this is something that she loves to do and she's found an outlet for it, and it's right there in her own community, and she doesn't have to pay postage to do anything. She can just drive over there and take them. And that's a reward in itself. So, there's Zoila. Hello, hello, sweetheart. Freehandly made, AU. Freehandly made, AU, because she's autistic. So anyway, she is going to do some wonderful things. The children's home, no, it's not a home, it's a children's shelter, and it's Watson Children's Shelter. And it started out as a daycare. And she had children come and stay, and then she was contacted by some people and they said, we need a temporary home for these children who are not safe in their own home. She opened up her home and took them in. And now she has this children's shelter. And they have 2 homes, and their mascot is a giraffe. So that's why she wanted to know if I could help her make a giraffe. And I said, Nisi, put it out on your channel and I'll collaborate with you. And as soon as we finish the monkey, we'll start giraffes. And those people who want to do a giraffe amigurumi can work along and do giraffe amigurumis. Okay. And those who don't want to do amigurumis, I have something special for you. I looked in my 3D book of 3D squares and they did not have a giraffe. So I went on YouTube and said, crocheted giraffe granny. What do you think, guys? Is that not like the most stinkingest, cutest giraffe you've ever seen? I absolutely love it. You can use any yarn for the face that's speckled or dots or anything that's got giraffe colors in it. And I used a brown for this. I used a beige for this and the muzzle. And I learned how to do some special eyes from the same lady who does the giraffe face. And I don't know how to post a link. Cherry, and Barbara Clark, and Sugar, and Kim look. It's a giraffe. He's so cute. So Bonnie and all of those who don't like making amigurumi, this is going to go and go and go and go into a granny square blanket that will probably wind up being, I don't know, 36 by 36 maybe. But I pulled this one because it's got some gray and brown. There's a couple shades of brown in it, which I thought would make a good giraffe blanket with browns and grays. You can use anything. You could do it a solid color. You could do cream and a light brown and a dark brown as you go out with your squares. Use your imagination. That's what creativity is all about. Use your imagination and make a blanket. Isn't it cute? I thought it would just be a couple rows of blue, but I see that I still have some blue in the very center of this. Yeah, you can see that it's blue still coming out of here. Not very much more, but there's still a bit more. I'll probably get another round of blue before it goes to the dark gray. But I just think it's so cute. And I was thinking of Bonnie because I know Bonnie doesn't like making amigurumi. And so how can she participate if she chooses to and not do an amigurumi? And I thought, well, I wonder if there's a way to put a giraffe on a blanket. The giraffe is their mascot, and there's one outside, and there's, if you go to Nisi's channel, Freehandly Made AU on YouTube, she has a slideshow. There's one with the giraffes laying on the couch, and it's got a comment above it like, I don't know. And there's several pictures of the giraffe just taken in different spots. One is riding a bicycle. One is skiing. He's on a pair of skis out in the snow. It's so cute. But the kids love the giraffe. They call him Mr. G. And Nisi's idea was, wouldn't it be wonderful to make a giraffe for each child? They take them from babies up to age 14. And anytime in between, their home becomes safe for them to return to. They are free to return to their home and their parents. And when they go, they can take whatever they have gained during their stay there with them. So they would be taking a blanket or a giraffe buddy or both or whatever. Nisi's also, because they're in Missoula, Montana, she's also asking for hats and mittens and scarves and baby sacks. Baby sacks. So naturally, I have started knitting a baby sack. This is the neck. There'll be a couple buttons in the front. It's raglan sleeve, so that's relatively easy to knit a raglan sleeve because you knit to the stitch marker and then increase in this stitch and increase in this stitch, and that makes your arms. And you go down to 120 stitches and then you stop and then you separate out the arms and you go to circular needles, and from there on you do the body front stitches. You skip these arms, you do the back, you skip these arms, and you do the other front, and then you crochet or you knit in the round. so that it comes out. Honest, I do have a picture. Well, it comes out like this, except, okay, it comes out like this. Except on the pattern I'm using, when you get down here, this is where the opening stops, and the rest of this is in the round, so there's no more buttons. And then you do another eyelet at the bottom. There's no buttons here. It's just all in the round, and then you do another eyelet row at the bottom and put a drawstring through there. So I think I'm gonna knit up some of those. So if you knitters want a pattern, I'll be glad to give you this pattern. I also have a pattern for baby booties. So if you guys want patterns, or if you have patterns, that's awesome. But here's the one I'm doing. Called a preemie baby kimono. Preemie baby kimono, and it fits up to 7 pounds. But you knitters know, if you use 3-weight yarn and size 6 hooks, you're going to get a bigger size. If you use a 4-weight yarn, or bamboo in a 4-weight, or bamboo cotton in a 4-weight, and maybe a 7 needle, you're going to get it. It's going to be bigger. So, and these are perfect. They're like olive oil and Popeye when they had their little baby sweet pea, and he would crawl around in that little sack. Yeah. Okay, so I got patterns, I got patterns, I got patterns. Who could ask for anything more? You need baby crochet ideas? All right, you send me C. Zoila. If you need Miss C's pattern, you just send me a Gmail and say, could I have a pattern for da 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 da, and I'll send them. Thank you, Bonnie. Email for questions or patterns or whatever. Mimi! Well, Barbara, you're on the right path already then. Okay, so because I started a blue one for the boy, you know me, she has baby boys and baby girls. So I got out this yarn, which is Blossom, by the way. It is Baby Blossom, and I love this yarn. It is a Heartfield yarn, and I can't always find Heartfield. The place that I got it was up in Ohio, and it's 100% acrylic and 30% nylon, and it is so soft, so soft. And this is called Blossom. In the colorway 0350. Isn't that a beautiful name for this shade? Anyway, all of you know, and let me see if I can do this without losing sound. If you look up here, this is all, now I got to go the other way. This is all Blossom yarn. Bloom. It's all Bloom from Premier. I think it's Premier, isn't it? I don't know, but it's all bloom. So come Sunday, if you're going to do one and you win, you might win a color of bloom. But look how pretty this one is coming out. I just started this one, so you can't hardly see. But this is the eyelet for the neck. And then this would be the front and the front ribbing. These 4 stitches are the front ribbing. This is the front. This is the sleeve. And you can see where it just started out here, and now it's got this many stitches. I think it starts with 6. No, it's 8. You got 6 and 8 and 12, I think. This starts out with 12 stitches, and then 8, and then 6. Because you start out with 40 stitches. But it's going to be so pretty, and like I said, this will be the neck and the back neck and the front. It's going to be so pretty for a little girl baby. So I want to do up a bunch of those. I don't know, maybe 3 of each. And the shelter is going to have a baby shower at the end of April. And Nisi apologizes for the late notice because she just found out about all of this from her coworker. But if you are able to make a hat or some booties or a sack or a blanket, or if you know how to do the giraffe, those of you who want to start on the giraffe, you know that the legs and the body starts out the same for everything, as well as the back of the head. So you could get those things going. Your 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 for the back of the head and stop. Well, you could do 5 rounds of 42, but you know, and the same with the body. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. And we'll go from there, because on the body, it has a longer neck, of course, because it's a giraffe. So you don't go just the same number of rounds on the body. And the feet also are longer, like they are for the monkey. And you start out with black or a dark brown, whatever you want to do for your giraffe. I probably will use a dark brown since I have it, and do 6, 12, 18, and then go up to row 7 like we always do, and on row 7 go decrease back to 12, and then you go up a couple more rows of 12 before you switch to your body color on your giraffe. But we'll go over all of that. But you could at least get your 4 feet started with your dark brown or your black. I use dark brown on this one. I think he's so cute. Of course, I did him, but I think he's cute. And I will post in the oh shoot. All right, you guys. Bonnie's got her ruler out. I do not have my phone in here right now. It's probably in my purse because I just was not up to. It was my turn to cook dinner last night, and I was not able to cook dinner, so we went out to my new favorite restaurant in Bell, Florida, called Aiken's, and they're a barbecue restaurant, and they have the best sliced pork sandwiches on a grilled bun, and they serve what they call onion straws, and they're not the petals. It's like they pushed it through like if you got a carrot and you push it through and you wind up with all those little shards. They push the onion through that, and they're just really skinny straws of onions, but they're so light and crispy and yum. Oh, good. Cherry's got her DNA in there. Anyway, we went there for supper last night because I wasn't cooking. Samantha, I love you too. I hope that's for me. If it's not, everybody knows that you love them. Jackie Belcher, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Kim G's here. You guys sneaked in whilst I wasn't looking. Okay. Oh, what are we doing today? Today's a sit and knit, isn't it? How many of you are knitting the sweater with me? Because I did not post the pattern on my website. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see Jackie's here. I hope you like it. Leave your worries and your uglies at the door with your shoes on the mat. Come on in, find a seat, grab a cup of coffee or some water or something on the counter. There's usually some kind of sweet treat up there, scones or lemon squares or cookies or something that someone's brought. Blueberry muffins one time, those were pretty good. Grab something and grab a chair and bring your project and come on in and start a knitting. And Sam's knitting socks. I have not been brave enough. Now I do have a crochet sock kit that was given to me, but I have not started it yet. Guys, I'm working on blankets for Boggy Creek, which I'm still keeping numbers, and I'm excited every time that Mama Swift puts out a new number every Thursday morning. And I judiciously write it down on my calendar, but I am not working on those blankets at this time because I'm trying to get bunnies done up for North Carolina for the trip in May. I'm trying to get new projects done. Bunny hats for the children's home in Missoula. Now I got this blanket to start on. My sister married a fellow with 6 children, so she has 6 stepchildren who are now becoming grandparents. So I have been crocheting blankets and things for her great-grandchildren, her great-grandchildren that are coming. She doesn't crochet. Eileen's internet is down. Ugh. Isn't it cute? This is, I don't know if I can do this or not. Let me see if I can do this. If I go back, Sunitha, you'll have to tell me. I may disappear, guys, so if I do, I'll be back. I have been very busy. Yeah, Pebbles, this is where I'm going right now, is I'm going to see the Minnesota Yarn Hop is happening right now. Oh, man. Wouldn't I love to be there? I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. I have to go back to another channel. I have to go to my history. And I have to go down through all of these things, pictures of places that I've been, and see if I still have. Yes. Copy the link. Okay, I'm coming back. Did I lose you? Paste the link. I hope that takes you to where you need to go. You guys know I'm not real good at this. It's a YouTube channel, Repeat Crafter Me. Now, Bonnie and Zoila, if I didn't do that right, this is really supposed to be Repeat Crafter Me. Okay? And she will give you the directions on how to do this hat. This part's a little tedious, but once you've done it, it's just so simple. It really is simple. Yeah, if you did this out of a, this is a 4-weight yarn. So if you did this out of a 3-weight yarn with a 2.5 crochet hook, you probably could do it. Yay! I'm learning, guys. Only took me 78 years to learn how to do some technical things, but it worked. All right. Thank you, Zoila. Anyway, that's where to do that. Okay, do you think I could try it again and get you this one? Would you like that, Bonnie? Those of you who are more blanket people than amigurumi people? Yay, nay? Oh, thank you, sugar. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're going back to YouTube and we're going to go to history and we're going to see if we can find the square for the giraffe pattern. Oh, and this is another one I found too.
YouTube, showing you how to make this giraffe border.
Wait, let me get back to that. See, I got overconfident and thinking that I knew what I was doing. Let's see, copy the link and go back to StreamYard and put this in here. Paste. That will show you how to do a border, how to put a giraffe border. You remember, well, it's been a while ago, they had an elephant border and the elephant's trunk hooked to the next elephant's tail, and then you did the next elephant and you did a trunk out and a tail, and then you did the next elephant. This is similar. Oh, not this. This is similar to that. You can go there and see the elephant border. Okay, now let me try this one more time. YouTube. Mr. Elmo has got us synced, and I get a lot of railroad stuff in here and a lot of history stuff in here that I really don't watch. Aha! There's Repeat Crafter Me. Where's the... Well, I am not finding that one, my loves. And I thought it was more recent. Let me just go back up and see if I've just overlooked it. There's the... No, it should be after this one because that's the hat. I don't want to know about golden anniversaries for seniors. It should be up here. Should be right in here. But unfortunately, I am not finding that one. Well, Fufa, let's find out on my watch later list if I put it here. No. Yes! I found it, guys. Copy the link. Okay, go back to StreamYard and behave yourself. And here is the link. Let's hide this one and put this one up. Lydia's here. I'm in the deluxe apartment now. I figured out how to do it. That's the video for this one. And she, I think, is Indian. She has beautiful hands. her English is not correct grammar, but you can figure out what she's saying and just watch what she does. She's so graceful at what she does. But she'll show you how to make these beautiful eyes, which I never knew how to make these. And I'm going to put these on some of my bunnies, on the bunnies for the babies. And I will put these on the giraffes that I do, because they're fabric, they're yarn, and they're very, very simple. It's just a six single crochets in a magic circle, or maybe she did half doubles. I think they're singles. And then you just take your needle and you go across and across and across, and then you go through the yarn, all those black ones, and I went through twice and made the circle. It makes a very nice circle eye. I'm so glad you're here, Lydia. I'm pretty proud of myself, but I shouldn't get, because pride goes before a fall. But good job, Miss C. Good job. Okay, so there's that. And for Bonnie and those of you who would rather do a granny square blanket, this, I'm telling you, is the most difficult part of that blanket, because the rest of it is just well, you all know how to do a granny square blanket. It's an all over stitch. So you just double crochet in each stitch around, and you just keep increasing as you go out. And I'm using a Premier Anti-Pilling Butterfly yarn, 546 yards in the skein, which should be big enough to make a blanket. It is 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's a lightweight 3. And it's tested against 350 harmful substances. And you can machine wash on warm, and you can throw it in the dryer. And this is called Riverbank. This one is Riverbank. So I think that's going to make a really pretty one. What I was trying to do is to figure out how to make giraffes. But since I'm Miss C and I'm making these for Miss C's cottage, I just may send her bunny hats, different sizes. And that'll be my contribution. The rest of it can go from Nisi. Nisi does ask that Zach Man's here. Hello, sweetheart. And there's Scrimshaw. Hello. How are you doing, sweetheart? Okay. Nisi asked that before you send them to her, and I'm sure on her website she's going to give you her address, post office box or whatever she uses, and mail them to her. But before you do, the home asks that you wash them in a detergent that has no scent and no color and no additives and preservatives and stuff like that. If you don't have that, if you don't use that kind of laundry detergent, just whatever you send Nisi, put a note in there that says not washed or wash please or something like that to let her know. She does use those things, and she said she would be glad to wash anything that comes that has not been previously washed in that type of detergent, and she will take them over there and deliver them. So if you decide to make something and you need a pattern, let me know. If you want to make something totally different, you want to make a baby kimono or a hat, you can make any kind of a hat. It doesn't have to be a rabbit hat. That's my contribution. You can make any kind of a baby hat, baby booties, scarves, hats for the kids. They go up to age 14. And blankets. Then when they leave, they get to take their blanket and their giraffe with them. So I think it's going to be exciting. I missed Wednesday, and I think between you guys today and a new project from Nisi, I'm back on the path again, and I'm excited about that. I'm really excited. But you need to go over and see Nisi and get all of the information from her. Dealing with some health issues, Lydia. Anything that in particular we can pray for, or do you just want it submitted as an unspoken prayer? Because Lydia, you know that the people in here have a line to the big guy, and he does hear our prayers. We have proof in the chat that he has heard our prayers and answered them in a positive way. That's worked out very well. A knitting machine fool? Well, hello, knitting machine fool. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss C's cottage. I'm so glad you decided to stop by today. We're starting a couple new projects. This is the home of the Some Bunny. This is a Some Bunny that we on our channel make, and we give to people who need to know that somebody loves them. And sometimes after we've made a Some Bunny, we go to make some buddies. And right now we're working on a monkey that we're doing on Sundays. That's our Some Bunny Sunday is the day that we work on our amigurumi. And we are working on the monkey. And then when we finish that monkey, we're going to start making giraffes. Because we have a friend, Nisi, who just found a children's shelter near her. and their mascot is the giraffe. So I worked one of these up to show you, and we'll do this. Maybe on a Wacky Wednesday, I'll show you how to do this, or you can go over to her channel, which I've put up, and make this up. And this is the center square of a, I don't know, you can make it 36 by 36, or you can make it 28 by 28 for a baby, or you can make it 40 by 40. You can make it as big as you want, granny square blanket. And I am using butterfly yarn, which I like and I can't get anymore. Or you can make a hat. Or guess what I found? Now, you know how I am with finding and losing patterns. Oh, please don't tell me I've lost. Oh, you guys, bear with me. You know me. Oh, wait, here is the giraffe that is outside. And they have them all over the place. Like I said, they have one on snow skis in the snow. They have one riding a bicycle. They have them all over. I have a pattern up. Okay, I disappeared, but I came back. Okay, I have a pattern for something called Bubba Bird. He's so cute. And this is the kimono that we're working on. But Bubba Bird is in turquoise, and I'm not real fond of turquoise when it comes to birds. No, that's not it either. Oh, I don't know what I've done with this picture. And I'm getting a cramp in my side hunting for it. Hang on a second, guys. I thought it was back here somewhere. Underneath all of this stuff back here in the corner. But I am not seeing it anywhere. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I changed the colors and I'm turning it into a robin. But that's all the bigger it is. And then you add wings and you add a tail in the brown. And if you want to pick a little, if you'd like a pattern for Bubba Bird, I have it. Just ask for it. Ask for Bubba Bird. And I will send it to you. I think that's all I have to tell you. I think. I don't think I used Bubba Bird as a marker. Sometimes I use paper for markers in my books when I want to go back to something, but it doesn't look like I did this time. Sunita! You posted your doggies? So yes, if you'd like a pattern, well, I don't have the pattern for this, but the link's been put up. So go back up in the chat for that. The link's been put up for this one. So you have to go back in the chat for that. I will send you the pattern for the bird, the bird is the word. I will send you a pattern for the giraffe, the monkey, the sunbunny, and I have this. Look at here. It is a bunny rabbit. And when I make a sunbunny blanket, I make a sunbunny in the meadow, or make a sunbunny by the woven fence, or sunbunny. What was the other one we did? Oh, sunbunny at the beach. I make one of these little bunnies, and then I stitch it on the blanket so that they know it's a sunbunny blanket. And you can look this one up on YouTube too, because I thought he was so cute. You want Bubba Bird? Okay, Margie, email me, and I will send you Bubba Bird. Lydia, I don't drop. I don't drop. I don't have the ability to do that. So what you need to do is to use your cursor and highlight drop knitting machine fool, and then put it up in the search bar on the YouTube, and it will take you to their channel. Oh, Jeanette, you've fallen again? Oh, sweetheart. All right. All right, we're getting out the book. And this is April 4. Tomorrow's my nephew's birthday. Jeanette goes on the list. Lydia goes on the list. Zoila's mom. My Zach man goes on the list. I want to put Sam on the list. Her mother is in the hospital, and they probably will keep her another night. Sam is not sure what that's all about, but she said, I think earlier it was getting towards evening where she was, and they still hadn't called to say that she was being transferred back home again. So we just need to put an unspoken for Sam's mom. If you guys would, please. Unspoken for BRB. Michelle. She has tests this week. And I don't think she's gone back to school. So, it might be a little more ominous than it sounds. Don P is here. Hello, hello, hello. Prayers for Cinnamon Stitches, Jen. They are trying to get their house together to sell it and move to another place. So she's got a lot of decisions to make. So we need to and you know she's skitsy. She she's so ADHD. She's like the rest of us. It's really hard to stay in one place, to think of one thing at a time. I love Jennifer. She's all over the place like most of us are. So when she needs help with direction, we really need to get down on our knees and pray really hard for her. Thank you, Michelle. Bonnie doesn't need a list. She's got a mind like a trap. And they get in there and she just prays for us all. As Rosie, Jennifer does not do anything easily. I don't know why. She's brilliant. Her whole family is brilliant. But a lot of people who are so brilliant that they have very little common sense. And you put that with her ADHD, and nothing comes easy for her. She struggles a lot. I hope she can do it easily, but you don't need a subject, Bonnie, as long as you tell me what you need, sweetheart. Uh-oh, Zach, you better get busy, buddy. Okay, I have 1 minute left, but I'm not going to worry about it because I wasn't here Wednesday. So I have a couple extra minutes. I'm not sure. Okay, we are done for today here, and God knows all of our needs, and He is such a good Father. I don't know what kind of a father you had, but He is such a good Father. If you choose to turn yours in for Him, He would love that. He would love that, and He will heal all your wounds. He just wraps His arms around us, and we crawl up in His lap, and He just hugs us until we're all better. He's a marvelous Father. He's the best Father in the whole world. Now, on Sunday, I don't know what I've done to the monkey. If I look at this monkey, I've already done his head and got the eyes in. And it was brought to my attention that they may or may not be right. So I'm going to have to get the book out, and we have to make a muzzle for him and eye patches, which is what threw me. Do I wait to put the eye patches on before I put the eyes in? But it said to put the eyes in, and at that point my ADHD kicked in and I didn't know which direction I was going in, and so I just stopped. You frogged it back to row 13. Good. Good. I know you are, Jeanette, and you are permanently on my prayer list because cancer is nothing to deal with. And stage 4 cancer is even 4 times worse. And we love you. And we want to see you be the best you can be for the time that you have. Just like me, I want to be the best that I can be with the time that I have left. And I have all of this yarn, and I don't know whether you can see or not, and I don't know, but I'll ask you guys, I got 2 big boxes of yarn from Premier. Look at all of that up there. I got DK sweet rolls. I got sweet rolls 4-weight yarn. I got some basic. Guys, I've got more yarn than I know what to do with. And I don't know who sent that, but whoever it was, don't send any more. Oh, Bonnie. So I'm going to go. I'm going to work on this blanket, which I'll show you on Sunday. I'm going to figure out what to do with the monkey. And as soon as we finish that monkey, we will start on the giraffe. And in the meantime, if you want to make hats for babies or scarves for babies, or you want a Bubba bird, or look how this one's coming out. We're into the gray now, the dark gray. Isn't that pretty? I think it's really interesting that the center is all this light gray, and then look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of white and 3 rows of yellow. And when we get here, which we're out farther, we only have 1 row of the gray, light gray, 2 rows of the white, 2 rows of the yellow, and we're back into the gray already. Anyway, I'm still working on that. This is Croak Baby work. I love you all so much. Thank you for lifting me up another day. And my prayer for you, apart from that, is that God will give you the best day today that you have had in a long time, that He will quell your fears, that He will give you peace and comfort, that you will find today, sometime, a gift that He has given specifically for you. And on Sunday, if you've seen that gift, Sunday, I'd like to know what your gift was. I think I told you the other day I was not doing well, and I saw a bald eagle on the side of the road. And across the road from it were 4 deer. That was a gift. There wasn't anybody else on the road. That was a gift for me to see. A gift from my Father who loves me. And if you look, you will find a gift. It may not be a bald eagle or a group of deer, but it will be something specifically for you, something that you love. I want to know what it is. May God keep you in the palm of His hand, safe, give you peace, make His face shine upon you so that you can rejoice and be glad in this day. I love you.